Okay. Love it or hate it. Hate my tier list. Love it. I don't know. This is the long awaited melee weapon tier list. And I'm not sure if I'm going to post it. Now, yes, I will do a melee weapon tier list. But I'm not sure if I'm going to post this recording. Because I don't know how I'll feel. So if you are seeing this, then I guess it did get posted. So what better way to start off with than the weapon that the game wants you to craft right off the bat? The fucking club, and it's a B, maybe a C, but I feel like a B for right now. We'll change this as we go. A B tier weapon. It's the first weapon that you can make, or it's like the first one that the game pushes you to make, and it's B. It uses up I haven't looked at all the stamina requirements, so sorry. But it uses up a decent amount of stamina, but not too it's negligible. It's like the first weapon. The shit gets the job done, pretty much. It's the get the job done, master of no jobs at all. It's the bare bones weapon. This shit's B. Maybe even a C. But it's alright. Now, some people are gonna hate me. Some people are gonna like me for this. But I think we all know what I'm gonna say for this one. It's a fucking S tier. Like there's no other way to put it. It's fucking S. This weapon is ass, man. Like it's actually so bad. I don't need to go in depth on why this weapon's bad, right? Okay. Originally, I thought it used like close to the same amount of stamina as the Stone Sledgehammer. It does not. It uses 25 compared to the 55 that the Stone Sledgehammer uses. I'm talking about power attacks, okay? Power attacks. The problem with it is that it's fucking ass. Its damage is ass. Sure, it has long range, but when you gotta fucking poke them 6 or 7 fucking times in the skull, it's not worth it. You're going for like it's it's 4 heavy swings with it before it could you know you have to wait before you get enough stamina to go heavy attack again. And guess what? You now have no stamina, so you can't fucking run away. And the zombie is still alive. And what if you pissed it off and now it's fucking sprinting towards you, wanted to get at those guts of yours? Well, not much you could do now, huh? It's fucking horrible. Alright, next weapon. I don't even know which was. Oh yeah, Stone Sledgehammer. Huh. This is a tough one to say because it's good. In my opinion, it's good. Uh, it's either an A or it's a B. But honestly, for where you get it, it's an A. Hate it or hate me for saying that it's an A. But let's be for real for a second. 5 stones, 2 fucking fiber, a fucking stick shoved up its ass, and this thing can has a high likelihood of just popping a zombie's skull for no fucking reason. Now sure, early on, you could swing this thing like once before you're tired. It's like technically 2 times. But it doesn't matter because guess what? Most of the time, that first swing is gonna hurt them. It's gonna they're holding their fucking hands up to their face in fucking agony because you just hit them with the power of God. And you might one-shot them because this is like the highest likelihood of their starter melee weapons to fucking one-shot to the skull. And also you get like 1 or 2 you get 2 points into Skull Crusher, which is easy early on. And guess what? That stamina cost is fucking 0. It's no more. You could burn in Shaft, you could put heavy hitter, you could even put the fucking handle grip mod that decreases the amount of stamina usage. This thing is just fucking him. It's the melee weapon. Or one of them. Alright. It's the bone knife. I don't think there's no other place to put it but fucking A. 5 bones, which, let's be fair, you find one carcass, you get like 3 bones. And then you find like another. Or maybe you get lucky and you get 5. This thing has a high likelihood of just saying fuck you to a zombie and explode in their head as well. Also, this thing uses, I think, like 5 less stamina, or it's like less, close to the same amount, but less than the bone club, or the less than the wooden club. And it has the same amount of power attack damage, pretty much the same damage as the club itself. And it has the bleed effect, which, if you didn't know, can stun zombies, because yes, and it can also deal damage over time. Along with that, the bleed can knock them over. Yeah, the bleeding effect can just knock zombies over. Flip them onto their ass as you fucking pummel them with your knife. Like, this thing is good. Doesn't even take much to get either. It's just the best. Just like the sledgehammer. And that's why the next weapon. Oh, shit, man.
Rental
Oh,
search taking up your mental
hey.
real estate?
Would you want to grab dinner sometime?
I'd love to live in a building that accepts my dog. She doesn't even bark that much. I mean, I could hide her.
With so many rental listings.
What the fuck? Hey, dick face. Anyway, what better to go off of than with, oh man, a joke of a weapon so bad it's insane. Fucking, can I? Add a row below. Thank you. Oh man, new row? Yeah. Yeah, this is where this shit belongs. Straight to the fucking dumpster pit of garbage on fucking display. What's the point of this weapon? There is no point. This is a fucking troll weapon early on. You do not pick this. Do not pick this. You could get this day one. Literally day one within like the first 2 hours. If that. It's that common to get. 2 fucking leather and 5 iron. And back then I thought it took 10 leather. But it doesn't matter. This thing does like, what? I think like 10 power attack and takes up like 25 stamina. Or something like that. I don't fucking know. This shit's ass. It does no fucking damage. The club can do more. In fact, use the fucking spear. It's better. It at least has some fucking benefits than this piece of shit. Most of the time, early game, you don't want to get hit. Ever. Which is like the only saving grace of the stone spear. But it's still not good. Early on, you want zombies to die before you get hit once. This weapon flips out on its head, and you're the one getting hit as well. So you're literally just fucking beating each other's faces in to see who drops first. Along with that, if you come across a biker with this weapon in your hands, you're not fighting that. I don't give a fuck who the fuck you are. You're not killing it. Unless if you have fucking whatever the fuck it's called, bar brawler. Which, to be fair, I've seen that shit. It's alright, in my opinion. Like, the steel ones can dish out some good damage, especially if you have the Raider armor and stuff like that. It's just not worth it. Early game. When you have it later on, sure. But early game, fuck no. It's fucking horrible. Alright, next weapon, the baton. It's a D. Originally, I was gonna say it's an F. But it's a D. It uses like the same amount of stamina as the spear, but it comes across the line of the stun baton, and that's its saving grace, pretty much. It's just, it has a high chance of popping zombies' heads, at least with my experience with it. Sure, it's not good, I don't fucking like it, but it gets the, it's just like, it's not better than a wooden club. It's not. It's physically not. Sure, you can find like a level 5 on day 1 if you're fucking lucky for no reason. Actually, no, you don't even need luck. You could just find them anywhere. Like, literally anywhere. In the trash, which is where this weapon also belongs. In the fucking trash. Why? Because, well, just simply to put, it's, like, alright. It's not great. It's fucking horrible. It's just, yeah. Which, there's a lot of contradictory, or however you say that fucking word. I don't give a fuck. Fucking useless. Anyway, the baseball bat. Ooh. Now to think of certain things as weapons. That's the thing. I don't know. Because it's good. Like, the baseball bat is good. You get to cosplay as Negan if you fucking want. But it's hard to say. Like, it's either an A or it's a B. 'Cause we all know where the steel club is. This is one of the few weapons that can actually compete against the stun baton later on. And I'll get into that. I guess this thing is like it's technically, it's just a better version of the club. Master of nothing though. But still better, right? It's a B. It's solid damage, doesn't use up much stamina. And, cosplays Negan. It's slowly becoming the master of something. And hey, by that point you should have the book that knocks zombies over. So this weapon could help you out a lot. Iron Spear. It's a B. It's not an A, but it's a B. It's really good. Forgot to mention this. It has a secondary effect, which I can't fucking remember, of procking. Might be bleed. I don't give a fuck about the spears that much anyway. However, I have a bias towards this weapon for a few reasons. A, this is my first tier 2 weapon I've ever gotten. B, this was my first level 4 weapon I've ever gotten in my life when I came to PC 7 Days to Die. So this is a good thing. I played console 7 Days to Die, don't worry. I'm only saying this for PC. Here's the thing though, this weapon does good when you get it, which is sometimes maybe like past like day 7 maybe. You might get lucky to get a level 1 or 2 off the trader. And then like after like day 14, this thing slows down and is fathered. It's fucking nerfed, bro. It's your dad. It's gotten nerfed the second he got his wife, bro. That's what this weapon is. It's not great. It's not bad either. It's at least better than the stone spear. And besides, most of the time you can usually find them or buy them, and that's like really good. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. God damn it! Alright, moving on. Alright, so if the stone sledgehammer was A, what is the iron sledgehammer then? Well, I'll tell you. It's a C. It's a C, but only because of one major drawback. Like, that fucking drawback. The stamina cost. Oh my god. By the time you get this weapon, the stamina cost on it for a heavy attack is like 75 to 80, I'm pretty sure. And you can see the problem with that. 75 to 80, I think. I don't fucking remember. But it's pretty bad. Like, it's bad. Now, sure, this thing can pop fucking skulls. At this rate, when you get it, you one-shot any zombie. Maybe two-shot. But if you're playing like me, where you have to deal with fucking, uh, you know, biker zombies every 5 seconds on the hardest difficulty, and you're, like, two-shotting them, maybe three-shotting. It's fucking two. What am I talking about? There's a few problems with that if you can only swing once a fucking year on heavy attack, right? That's its major problem. If it didn't have that, it would be higher up. But you know, you gotta get like level 4 fucking Skull Crusher to alleviate that problem, along with the handle grip, and along with fucking whatever the books are, if they're even books for sledgehammers, I don't fucking remember. My memory is so fucking piss poor, it can rival a goldfish. Alright. Huh. Yeah. It's a bit interesting. Huh? It's an A. The hunting knife's an A. This is the knife that is best for carving, and when you get it at the right time. Every time. I don't think I've ever had a problem on getting this weapon at the wrong time. This weapon, when you get it, it's good. Now, sure, I don't know when its drop-off point is. It's probably by fucking day 20 anyway. But by that point, you should, after like day 22, you should have like access to a machete if you're lucky with shops. Good for carving animals. Good when you get it. Good when it finally leaves your inventory. And I mean, it uses up. It's just a better bone knife. That's all it is. It's just a better bone knife. Now, yeah, sure, there are like other alternatives that you can use, but this is just the one. What the fuck am I fuck? Okay, moving on. Oh fuck. Not you again. Actually. No, you're not going in C. You don't deserve that. You're still the same piece of fucking shit that you are before. Now, maybe you got unlucky with Bar Brawler, but when you do get this, you probably are still working with level 2 armor. There's a problem and a half. And sometimes you're just unlucky on getting that or on getting those Bar Brawler books. This weapon is still fucking ass until you get to its final form where it becomes a fucking Chad almost. Yeah, there's nothing to fucking say about this weapon. It's better, yeah, sure, but it's not much better, which is why it's in fucking D. Alright, huh. Now, I think we can all say where this is going. I mean, there is literally no other way to say this, but it's a fucking ass. This thing fucks. Like straight up fucks zombies of any variety. I wouldn't use this thing against demolishers because I'm not sure if it can trigger them. But it fucks. This is the best weapon late game, and this is the best melee weapon that you should like most of the time be using. Especially after you reach the point of no return. Because when you start doing higher tier quests and they're invested, the problem with most melee weapons is that they don't do enough damage, or they buff that, or they don't have like a side effect for zombies. This side effect for zombies is stun them for fucking ever and one-shot them. That's what this weapon does. And stun, it can stun like fucking 3 zombies, I'm pretty sure, or more. The fucking range on this thing is massive for that stun. So you could just bat, and then the whole crowd is going, ah, 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 and they're dead. That's it. GG's, they're gone. Poof. Forever. What other melee weapon can do that? There's one other. It's not as good, but there's one other. And I don't think I'd have to go into more in depth on this. Also, it comes across as like one of the better skill trees as well. So you know. Alright, I guess it's time to talk about it, huh? The one that could actually do something. How the Steel Club or how the club came so far from horribleness to peak. This is the only other melee weapon that can actually rival the stun baton. Now, most melee weapons later on can one-shot basic zombies and two-shot feral zombies. But the problem with that comes the radiated. Those fuckers don't like to go down, which is where the stun baton shines, because you hit them once, and if they're not dead, that next hit may cause a fucking stun, and guess what? They're now fucked forever. And that's a free kill. So, with that, what does the Steel Club do? Doesn't use up much stamina. At least when I've used it, it doesn't use up much stamina. This thing does retarded amounts of fucking damage. This shit cooks zombies. This shit can fucking ragdoll zombies. So if you're in an infested and you're on a fucking, or what am I talking about? You're always going to be on an apartment building. Walk to the nearest balcony when the next horde comes along and bitch slap all of them off the edge. And then deal with them if they come back up or when you go back down to finish them. And that's it. And most of the time, they'll die. Because this weapon is good. It's like really good. And, you know, because it can knock down, like other weapons can knock down. This is no surprise. But this one can fucking ragdoll. And send them fucking flying. Which could provide you with enough time to heal. The same thing that the stun baton can do. And it's just so perfect. It's a fucking perfect weapon of like creation. Like, come on. Like, you're playing Days Gone now. That's what you're playing. Like, peak. Next weapon. La-di-da. The steel sledgehammer. La-di-da. Hmm. Okay. I'm unsure, but this one is most likely an A in my eyes. So close, yet so far away. You're only as good as your greatest competitor, and your greatest competitor is having no effect. Yeah, that's the only problem with the steel sledgehammer. Yes, we come back around to when you get it, you have no fucking stamina. The shit eats up like the whole stamina bar with each power attack. But by the time you get the max shit on it, it's using up like 55. It's not bad. It does really good damage. It can stun, like, send them on the ground, like, crush their skull in. The problem compared to the steel club and the stun baton is that there's nothing to, like, fling them back on. Sure, it can knock zombies over, but it can't do it with a crowd. At least not from what I've had. I have not knocked over like two zombies with a singular steel sledgehammer attack, compared to with the club where I power attack and sometimes send free zombies flying or stun free zombies with the stun baton. And that's its problem. Because of how much stamina it uses, it's harder to, keep the DPS out. Along with that, you want to run, like, a lot in these higher buildings, so you don't fucking die within 2 nanoseconds. And that's where this weapon comes into its own fault. The stamina cost still is bad. But it doesn't mean it's a bad weapon. It's just not as great as the other two. So close yet so far away. Oh man. I actually forgot about this weapon. Fuck. Huh. You know. I fucking can't remember this weapon. I don't think I forgot to use this weapon. Fuck! God damn it, dude. Well, I'm gonna talk about it either way. Don't even know what it does. Who gives a fuck? It's probably like the same as the other spears, but its greatest competitor is that it's worse than the sledgehammer still. Like all the spears, they do less damage than the sledgehammer, which there's no point to them at that rate. Even with their long ass range, it's not a great buff either. Long ass range, sure, but zombies run at the speed of light later on, which means it's not going to do anything. I'm not sure. I'm guessing, judging by it, I guess he could just sweep attack, but who fucking knows? I wouldn't know, because I'm a dumbass and didn't use it. But I'll give it the benefit of the doubt and say it's an A. Even though I really want to say it's a B, I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt. Just put in A and be nice to the spears for once. So don't worry. I'm not a total fucking heartless fuck. Alright. Man, who saw this one coming? It's interesting to understand how weapons can come so far and go so fast. And honestly, it's hard to say where you go. I'll leave you down there for a second. So, the machete. Great. I don't think this weapon actually has a bleed effect. I don't remember. But if it does, it comes down to the problem of it must just never proc for me. Ever. If there's a bleed effect, this shit never procs for me. And also, yes, it one-shots ferals, or two-shots ferals, one-shots basic zombies, but then radiated zombies, it fucking struggles on them. Like, straight struggles. Sure, its stamina cost is not bad at all. It goes down one of the greatest categories of all time as well. Agility, so you could just run away if problems arise with it. But, you know, it's just, eh. Like, it really just, it's a weapon that you get, you use it, because you probably don't want to go out mining for coal and nitrate powder, because you're still using iron pickaxes. So this thing is the weapon to use if you're a knife player. And then when you get unlimited amounts of bullets, you stop using it because it did its job. Made it to where, what the fuck? Oh, fucking hell. It did its job. And when you do, you bring it out every once in a while. It's just because you want to, like, bring it out for a spin. There's not much to it now. It's like a forgetful weapon almost. Oh, like the same amount as the fucking steel spear, apparently, for my memory. So, you know, about, like, good, it's alright. But, like, it could be better. And you know what? Because of that, it's a B. I'm sorry. It hurts me too. It hurts me a lot. But you can't hit home run every time. And that's what they did to the machete. Alright. So who saw this one coming? Well, I hope you did. I hope you saw this one coming. Because this one deserves its own tier. Nah, I'm kidding. This shit's A. It's A. Straight up. At this point, you're no longer an unlucky fuck. You have brawler, so you're gaining HP through. Was it like every zombie kill? Or was it every hit? Either fucking or. You're like naturally a fucking tank. And that's gonna be your role. You're gonna be crouched, you're gonna be hitting zombies in the dick while your friends shoot at them. and absorb all the damage. It's not bad. Doesn't use up much stamina. You can now swing this thing like indefinitely. Of course, you'll run out of stamina at one point, but by the time that happens, A, you're either dead or the zombie's dead. And most of the time, it's the zombie that's dead. Count me if I'm wrong. I can't remember if this comes with bleeding, but I'm pretty sure it does. Built into the weapon. Either or, I'm pretty sure you could put bleeding, like the knife effect, onto it. I was never lucky to ever get one somehow within that small little spree that I was going for. But you know, this weapon is good. It's not bad like the others. It does its job finally and completes the role of not being fucking shit. But still, at last, if you could put a stun baton effect onto it where it does like a miniature stun, like even just stuns them for like less than half a second, that will still make this weapon better. But you know, what can you really do, man? Not much. Not much at all. So, there's the shitty tier list. This one's horrible. And I don't know if I'll post this. Maybe I could repost like the melee tier list again. But, you know, right now this feels pretty cemented as everything is where it should be. In my mind. Remember, I'm here to tell what I think, not to tell you guys what you should think. You could have your hate, or you could have your ideas like, oh, nah, I think the leather knuckles are an SSS plus, or I think the stone spear is fucking shit tier, and stuff like that. And that's your opinion. I have my opinion, you have your opinion, and we can all be happy citizens of this world and hopefully not tear each other apart over it, right? And you know what? Because I'm here right now, I'll do a small little part 2 section for you. This is the melee tier list. Let's do it. I don't give a fuck. Let's get this shit going. We're gonna put all this shit away. If I could. Okay. What are you doing? Why did you empty it? Oh, I'm gonna give you a small little part. Alright. Boom. B. It's a B. It's the first bow, and this thing like, this thing's just the club. This is an obvious fucking A tier. This shit cooks with iron arrows. Compound bow. It's an S. Iron crossbow. It's an A. And then where the fuck is it? Oh yeah. Compound crossbow. It's fucking shit. That's just for you guys that need to know. I don't like this weapon. It's fucking shit. It's worse than the compound bow. It does like close to the same amount of damage, but shoots less. It's shit. It's like long ass reload for nothing. By the point that you get this, it's shit. And also, you shouldn't really be using bows unless if you're using explosive bolts. But even then, it's just not great. Along with that, let's see, Molotovs. That's a fucking obvious A tier. It's A tier. Fucking shit. Cause like straight up, that's a C. Wait, am I smoking crack? No, I'm not. Okay, boom. And then there we go. And then funny because you get to blow up shit. And yeah, there you go. Isn't that perfect? Yeah. Bye.